morning, good morning. Up, getting ready to rock and roll and Jimmy Jam down the trail. It's actually a dirt road, but there's trees. We have trees. Let me flip you. That's where I was camped last night, in between there. Nice spot. It wasn't bad. I thought I was going to get cold last night because I'm up here in the 10,837 elevation, but plenty warm last night, so kind of surprised. I figured being up this high of elevation that I would be a little nippy last night, but plenty warm. So today's agenda is kind of weird. Well, it's kind of unknown, more or less. So we're at 10,837 elevation right now. In a half a mile, we'll be at a radio tower, and that's at 11,000 elevation. In 3 miles, we will be at 10,100 and some change. And in 5 miles, we'll be at 9,994. And that's where there's a highway. In 6 miles, we'll be at 1,000 elevation, and that's where there's water. So, we are 25 miles from Colorado. My next resupply town that I was planning on resupplying in is in like 80 miles. And I have plenty of food. I have plenty of food to make it. But on that highway, it's 13 miles to a town. I'm drawing a blank on what the town is. But it's 13 miles to town. I heard the road's not as traveled as much, so it's a little harder to get a hitch, but it's possible. I'm thinking about going to town to get some breakfast or lunch and then jam back on the trail. That's kind of what my plans are. Like I said, I don't need any food. I'm carrying plenty of food to get me to the next town, but yeah, anyway, so that's kind of what my idea is right now. So probably gonna go down to the highway and try to get into town. So, but all in all, doing good. I'm gonna Jimmy Jam, rock and roll. Hey, alrighty, down here at the highway. Check this out. Crazy. Alrighty, I'll write you later. Alrighty, we are in the town of Encampment. Took about an hour to get a ride here. Went to the restaurant, had biscuits and gravy and a cinnamon roll. Good biscuits and gravy. Cinnamon roll was just a cinnamon roll. It was not really, wasn't what I was expecting for a cinnamon roll. But yeah, there was 4 other hikers in there. The one guy I kind of bounced around with a few days ago. Now I'm walking about a mile or so to the gas station. Like I said this morning, I don't need anything, but got to go visit the gas station in town. It's a very, very small town. So yeah, and then after we visit the gas station, we are going to try to get back to the trail. It is kind of lightly sprinkling right now, so our hike is on hold as we're walking around town. So, alrighty, I will holler at you guys later. Alrighty, we're back on trail. It's noon, so nice little lunch break, kind of breakfast. Had breakfast here. Yeah, hitching out of town was actually really easy. There was a little park bench on the brown side of the road on the edge of town. Me and two other hikers, we were there probably about 5 minutes, and a guy in a pickup, straight pipes. I think he was heading out to cut firewood. There was like 2 chainsaws in the back and chainsaw oil and all that stuff. So, but anyway, he said he'd give us a ride about 2 miles to the trailhead, and turned out he just drove us all the way up here. So back on trail. It's noon. Colorado is in 20 miles. So don't think we're gonna make it, but hey, it's hard to say what's going to happen. Water this afternoon should not be an issue. There's a lot of water crossings and ponds in the next 10 miles. So looking good there. So all in all, Jimmy and Jammin', we're gonna rock and roll. Hey, alrighty. Wow, man. It's jamming right along, man. Let me flip you. I got some view for you. Yeah, man. It's 3:30. I don't even know the elevation I'm at. It's been pretty mellow. Just little ups, little downs. All since I've been back on trail. Let me flip you again. That's what I'm going through. Yeah, that's right now currently what I'm walking through. There's like a little bit of a path, and then you follow the piles of rocks and whatnot. So, but yeah, all in all, doing good. Jimmy and Jammin', rocking and rolling. Hey, alrighty, we're in camp. Camp's up. Here, let me flip you for a minute. Trail's up there, not too far. And we're nestled over here in the trees. So yeah, we're nestled up here in the trees. Kind of been sprinkling. Well, when I was trying to get hitched into town, for that gentleman in a motorhome with 2 dogs came and picked me up. He's from Colorado, and his wife was in Mississippi visiting her mom, and so he had a couple weeks of just by himself. So he kind of went up to Wyoming, here in Wyoming, for a couple weeks, just sightseeing and bumming around. But anyway, when we were waiting for the ride, when I was waiting for my hitch to take me to town, it was sprinkling a little bit, and when I was in town, it was raining, or not really rain, more or less a sprinkle. But yeah. So, and then this afternoon, there was some rumbling in the distance and a little light sprinkle right before I set my tent up, but nothing major. There's some logging operation going on not too far from me. I can hear it. We got 21.4 out of the day, so that was an awesome day considering the fact that I went to town for a few hours and then still managed to do a 21.4 mile day. We're at 9,744 elevation right now. We didn't make Colorado. Kind of knew I wasn't going to make it. It was either go to town and get a bite to eat, get breakfast at a restaurant, or make it to Colorado. Colorado's still 4.5 miles away. And it's almost 8 o'clock, so I mean, I could have probably pushed it and made it to Colorado, but there was no need to hike into the dark just to get to Colorado. I mean, we'll do it in the morning. Um, but yeah, when we got back on trail, we were right around 9,900, some change. And kind of seemed like the trail was kind of mellow. A little ups, little downs. And then we had some pretty good climbs there. I mean, we were up around 10.3, 10.4. But yeah, water was 5 miles back. So, like yesterday, I filled up 4 liters and I carried them 5 miles. It seemed like after the water, there was some pretty good climbs involved, but it was late and I was carrying 4 extra liter of water, so that might have been something to do with it. Just it is what it is. And then what else was there? Oh, ran into some volunteers that were building a bridge over a marshy, swampy area. So that was pretty cool. Building a brand new bridge. They were building 2 of them. They finished one, and they were working on the second one. So, but yeah, just great day, man. Town was a neat little town. Um, it was like Encampment was one town, and then a mile down the road where the gas station was at was another town, Riverside. So 2 small little towns. I think Enchantment had maybe 400 people in it. And then Riverside, I didn't do a lot of looking around Riverside, but it didn't look like it was much bigger. So it's 2 little small towns right there. And then getting out of town was a pretty easy hitch. There was a park bench right on the side of the road, man, for hikers to sit or hang out at, waiting for the town people to take them back to the trail. So, but yeah, just good day, man. So, alrighty, I will holler at you in the morning.